So guys, my fellow investors, again welcome to our YouTube channel. As I always tell you, my name is Paul and my work is just to assist you succeed in your poultry journey. Here we are still in Yatta constituency, that is Machakos County. We are continuing with the project of a 2000 poultry structure. That one I'll make you remember. As I promised you, I'll make sure that before you hand over this project, you'll have at least learned one or two things about poultry house construction. We've been talking about series of activities that are going on here. So if you are watching this video for the first time, make sure that you subscribe and watch our first video on this site, and make sure that you also watch our previous videos, since they have a lot that you can learn. So here I just want to remind you that this house, if you are watching for the first time, it has a capacity of 2000 birds, meaning we doing a story building poultry house. And for us to achieve that, on the ground floor we are going to put 1000 birds. Then on our first floor we are also going to do another 1000 birds. Let me just briefly give you the dimensions of this house. I said the dimensions of this, the short side is measuring 8 meters and the longest side is measuring 25 meters. So the ground floor alone is 200 square meters, and also the first floor is 200 square meters. So the 200 square meters can comfortably accommodate 1000 birds. Now if you see here, maybe before we go into that, I just want to remind you that at our farm we are supplying you with Sasso F1, Kenbro F1, and we also supplying with the commercial layers. So we are supplying from day one up to point of lay, and again we are also supplying you Sasso and Kenbro both from day one up to point of lay. We're also serving you with incubators. That is when you have your birds, you've kept your birds, and you want to continue to be continuous in your project. We also teach you the hatching techniques, whereby we supply you with incubators, and we also help you sell your fertilized eggs. That will remain. We are also now constructing such modern and affordable poultry houses. As you can see, this one, we are now in Machakos County, as I told you. So we are just but continuing with this project here. So in the beginning, I was telling you on how you can protect your poultry structure so that it lasts longer or it stays stronger forever. I was telling you that before you start, you must make sure that you are treating the soil on where you are going to construct your poultry house. How are you going to do that? You are going to use there is a certain termiticide that we are using. Of course, you'll have to confirm it on our previous video. It is called Gladiator, or you can use Gradometer. Whichever you get, it will serve the purpose. Then the second way we were protecting our poles, or rather our structure, is by tying a PVC black polythene below the posts that are going inside the 2 feet hole that are now these poles are standing on. And maybe a sample of how we did that is here. You can just show them. So we were using this polythene here to tie from this end up to this end, so that when this place goes into the soil, it is very rare for the termites to eat this one here. Plus the termiticide, you realize that the termites will move very far away from the structure. So now I just want to show you here something that we've done. So number one, we've made sure that these posts here, they are aligned in one line to make sure that your structure is very stable, so that it is not in a I don't know how you call it. We call that in English, because some people construct structures that when you step on it, it starts wobbling. So if you look at this structure, it is very straight. I just want the cameraman to align the camera on this side to so that he makes sure that it is very straight. You can just see here the way it is straight. Just see, when you put here the camera, you might think that this post is one. Just see, you might think that post is one, but when you move slightly, that's when you can see an alignment of posts up to the other end. Now from there, now we've put again the runners. The runners are running on the poles now. I just want but to show you the runners, how they are running. So just move closer. Before we talk about the runners, now I just want but to show you how this polythene is protecting this soil. You can see this is our post, and we dug the 2 feet hole that this pole is standing on, and as you can see, the polythene bag is still outside. So meaning that if you are doing now the flooring, this post, or rather this PVC will now be on the floor, and hence it will protect your structure. Now from there, we've now done the runners, as you can see. So now these runners, they hold the one pole, the round pole, to the other. So they are just connecting the 2 poles, meaning that however you shake this structure, it will not even be shaken. Now from there, I just but want to show you a series of activities that we are still doing here. So I just want to move the camera slowly up to the floor. Now, this side here, we've already done the hardcore. And you see, the one character with the chicken is that they like pecking. And they'll peck your floor until the floor is finished. So what we do before we do the floor, we normally first of all levelize the ground. After levelizing the ground, we now align the hardcores here. As you can see, we've aligned the hardcore. So you can just see. Now, after aligning the hardcores, from aligning the hardcores, now we are going to put a layer of murrum that is going to now compact this hardcore. So we are just trying but to reinforce the floor, so that even if the birds peck on this floor, they will not be able to penetrate inside and cause maybe your floor to break your floor easily. So as you can see this place here, we've already done the murrum. So this is just a face we've done, but the structure is one, so we just continuing filling that place with murrum. So after that, now we are now going to do the ballast, cement, and sand. Now we are going to make a rough of this floor. Then from there, remember, now that this structure will be cleaned at a certain time, we are now going to make sure that we put a nail after this, so that the floor is smooth for easy cleaning. You realize that we'll be having pipes up here that when you just open water, it's going now to clean this floor, and the water we are going to, the dirty water from this house will be directed somewhere. Remember, I'm going to show you all those steps. I'll make sure that at least you don't miss any step. Now, from here, now I just want to take you to our first floor. And if you go to our first floor, you realize that we've started the timber work. The timber work includes, number one, we've done blundering, and blundering normally helps so that when we are doing the 6x1 timber that is for flooring, it is easier and they are compacted together, hence making sure that this structure is strong right away from the first floor, the ground floor, and even the whole structure. Now it is compacted into one strong thing. Now here, I just but want to make sure that we go with you to the first floor. So now here we are on our first floor, as you can see. As I've told you that up here we do a series of blundering. So as you can see, this side here, we've already done the blundering. As you can see, this blundering just makes sure that, and you see when you are doing uh, the ceiling in your house, this is the design that you are going to use. So depending on the ceiling that you are going to use, this is how blundering is done. For those people who are maybe planning to do the ceiling in their houses, so this is how blundering is done. And then from now, the blundering, now I just want to show you the product of now the flow. You can see how smooth the flow is. You can see how long this structure is. So this one just makes sure that your birds will stay here comfortably without any interference. So now from there, now I just want to take you back to the roof. As you can see, we will now from here, now we are going to erect a roof here. And during the erection of the roof, there are some risks. So just follow me to this page until we construct this house up to the end. So as you can see here, the work is still on. We are now doing the flooring of our first floor. You see, we normally make sure that each timber slips on the other so that it is not leaving any space in between. But remember, if you want just to make sure that this floor is good, you can now do a thin layer of cement, or rather a thin layer of ballast. That is going to make sure that your floor remains self-cleaning. So guys, you can see my people are just but continuing the work. So from here, I also want to leave you from there so that you subscribe to this video and make sure that you also learn and you also give me your order for constructing your poultry house. So guys, bye bye, see me in my next video. But don't forget to give me the order of Sasso F1, Kenbro F1 and commercial layers. Remember, I'm also doing such structures for you. If you just want if you want their quotation, they are available. And also, if you want to do incubators, that is, we supplied you the birds and you wondering where to take your eggs, we can help you regenerate those eggs by giving you incubators. So guys, see me in my next video as I'll be handing over this project.